Hello everyone, Play Bananas here. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to showcase some very interesting and spicy battles submitted by a member of the community, SinixPKMN or Sinix. This trainer is incredibly talented battler. He's been number 3 or number 4 before on the leaderboard, and he's a legend already in the season, as many of you guys can see. So definitely very strong battler, showing some very high level battles with Lucario. So yeah, these should be some pretty interesting battles, especially with Lucario. I'm very interested to see how Lucario plays in the Remix Cup. This is in Remix, by the way, everyone. So in the first game, he sees a Shadow Gramble lead. This is really bad for his backline. So he's kind of forced to stay here with this cast form, and he has to land at least one weather ball, hopefully, in order to win this matchup. And he has decent IVs. As long as you don't have horrible IVs, I think you're able to get to 2 weather balls here with 1 HP remaining. So got both shields on the Gramble. This is actually looking okay for Sinix. He brings out Lucario to come and farm down this Gramble. I really like this play. Obviously, you can't really farm down a Charmer with Snarl, right? Opponent brings out a Dragouge. Lucario gets to the Shadow Ball, and will this one-shot? If that one-shots, this is going to be so insane. Alright, it doesn't one-shot, unfortunately. But we could shield here, and then basically snarl down this Dragouge. And after snarl down this Dragouge, we have a Aerial Ace stored for the Shadow Gramble. So if they decide to bring out the Shadow Gramble, it will get one shot by the Aerial Ace, right? So this is looking pretty good. Let's see. We do have to tank that move, no problem. And the opponent had a Shadow or Purified Hypno, which will basically die to 2 foul plays. And Sinix will definitely farm up to 2 moves. Well, I guess we don't need to farm up to 2 moves, because we just do take out this Hypno, or after this foul play we could also farm down. This is still looking pretty close. Let's see if we can survive the Thunder Punch or Ice Punch. I don't think we survive, but Lucario has a pretty decent HP in the back, and opponent can't get to 2 moves. If opponent could have gotten to 1 more confusion, they could actually get 1 Thunder Punch and 1 Fire Punch to take that game. So it still ended up being pretty close. But very well played by Sinix to take that first game here. I think we have around 9 or 10 battles submitted by Sinix, and he ended up doing really well in these 2 sets. Let's see. So here against a Manabuzz lead, I don't think this is a particularly great lead. Even though we do have Thunder for a hit for super effective, but Manabuzz is just so tanky. They actually shield up the Thunder. That's really interesting to me. I think there's a case to be made to shield here. I do agree with the shield. Do we try to catch a move, or do we stay in here and go for another Thunder here? Will this take out this Manabuzz? Fortunately, this Manabuzz has Air Slash, right? So he doesn't charge up energy nearly as fast, and there's some lag on the opponent's side. If opponent has Snarl, I think this will be a way worse matchup, because then the opponent can just keep spamming those foul plays. And also without the lag, that also might be a different story. But so far it's looking really good. And the opponent is not swapping out of this matchup in the mirror Manabuzz, so we could soak up all these damage on our Manabuzz here. And then Sinix is going to throw this Aerial Ace when he builds up to 2 moves. Definitely the correct play in my opinion, and then we can build up a little bit more energy here before taking out opponent Manabuzz. And the fact that they stayed in for so long makes me think they're probably weak to Manabuzz in the back, right? Let's see what they have in the back. They had a Charizard. Oh, this is a great play. I love this. We had a Weather Ball stored. Sinix had a Weather Ball stored on the cast form, and then we swap to almost take out the Charizard. Basically, this Charizard is almost taken out here. And we're probably coming with Manabuzz here to soak up a Dragon Claw. Opponent actually swaps here, and then they had a Hypno in the back. And basically, Mana Buzz can finish off this game just by itself, because it's definitely going to land another foul play. We could also shield here just to be safe. Actually, we don't have to shield. I would prefer if we don't shield against this Hypno right here if he decides to throw, because then we could just let the Lucario finish off the game. But I guess this is also fine. I'm just worried if they might get to another move, but that is very unlikely. And then we're just coming with Lucario here to finish off the opponent Charizard, which did not even build up to a Blast Burn. Very well played again by Sinix to take that game. Next up we have a Registeel. So this is a neutral matchup for Castform, slightly favor Castform, I think, but not by that much, because I think 2 Weather Balls will barely not take out this Registeel. Opponent shields a Weather Ball. That is very, very interesting. They must be very weak to this Castform for them to do that. Oh god, and then they have a Charm user in the back. This is gotta be the worst thing for Sinix right now. Registeel and a Charm in the back. Do we swap or... Okay, we want to do the water gun damage. We're probably coming with Lucario because the counter hits for neutral and it's easier to farm down. We're going to throw this Pup so that we can take out this Wigglytuff a little bit faster, because we don't want to tank any more charm damage. I like this play. Otherwise, we would tank 2 more charms maybe. But they have a card. Alright, and then Sinix decided to use the good old top left strategy. Yeah, nothing he could really do there. Double charm. We're double weak to charm, right? Alright, next up we're against Stunfisk. Fortunately, this Unova Stunfisk is not rolling with Thunder Shock. Otherwise, we're gonna take super effective damage from the fast moves. We're just taking neutral from the must shots. The discharge is still chunking though. We probably have to shield the second discharge. And then we're looking to get to these Weather Balls. That was a CMP tie. That's very interesting. I thought Raining Castform will win CMP against Stunfisk. And then I think we can just farm down. Opponent swaps out, which makes sense because they don't want to get farmed down. And then we're coming with Lucario. They hit us for super effective, and then we hit them for double super effective. So we can just shield the cross chop and then farm down this Obstagoon, and then we have a lot of energy loaded. They're out of energy on their Unova Stunfisk, but they do have another counter user coming here with the Heracross. We go for the Shadow Ball to grab the last another shield, and then they have another shield remaining, but this is actually looking pretty tough because I think Heracross could get to 2 close combats, and that should take out this Mana Buzz. Let's see, do they get to 2? Okay, so they go for the first move. This is most likely a close combat, and then I think opponent will look to swap out after throwing this move. Oh, we got the fake CMP tie. That is absolutely huge. So my opponent couldn't get out of the matchup, and then they took a super effective Arrow Ace after a debuff. So end up taking out the Heracross, and there goes the game. Very well played by Sinix. That fake CMP tie at the end there was absolutely huge, I think. Because if opponent was able to get out of the matchup, that would be a different story. Let's see. Next up, against Machamp. This is not particularly great, but I think we do survive a cross chop here. And because they have Machamp, it's unlikely they have a charm user in the back. Most of the time. They could have a charm user, but actually they could very well have a charm user, but we're not going to shield. We're just hoping they don't have a charm user, basically. Turn out they had a Frostlass. We have, I think both Pokemon in the back has pretty decent matchup against Frostlass, but we'll stay in here, and then we're going to swap here. I like this play after getting the shield. Going to Mana Buzz here, and then basically it's almost in the foul play range, opponent Frostlass. So we can safely shield this Avalanche, and then we're going to throw this foul play right away, hoping that opponent doesn't get out of this matchup. And then we'll go for this foul play. We do get a last shield. That is really huge. We should definitely outpace. That swap is anticipated. It's very likely for the opponent to do that, but it's no problem at all because Mana Buzz could pretty much clean house at this point. It's very good against the superior, and basically it could take out the superior and then coming out of this matchup with another move. But we actually decided to save 2 moves and then swap into Lucario, which is also a good play here. I really like it because basically we just need to clear the debuff. I don't think we'll even throw a move. Okay, we got to the Shadow Ball, so we might as well throw it. But we have 2 moves in the back, and 2 moves is all we need here to take out their Frostlass and the superior. So this is pretty much game over. Opponent recognizes that and decides to surrender. Again, very well played. Very good energy management. And yeah. Next up against Tropius. Tropius is pretty bad for the team, it looks like. And then we save swap into Mana Buzz. Opponent comes in with Empoleon. So you guys know my how I love Empoleon, using Empoleon, but Empoleon is not a counter to Mana Buzz, especially if Mana Buzz has Foul Play. So Sinix could definitely take back swap advantage if he wants to, which I think should be the play. We'll probably shield a Hydro Cannon right here, and then we're gonna throw right here. I like this, forcing another shield for an opponent because the opponent has 2 Hydro Cannons right here. And then by throwing here, we are forcing an opponent to shield, or we don't even tank the Hydro Cannon damage, right? So let's see. Opponent doesn't shield. If the opponent had thrown earlier, they might have gotten the CMP tie right there. And then the opponent comes in with Tropius. So they must be extremely weak to this Mana Buzz for them to do that. Especially if Empoleon was their best answer, right, to this Mana Buzz with or with Snarl. Let's see. Opponent comes in with the Cast Form. So that's pretty interesting because I feel like Cast Form could have been a better answer compared to Empoleon. That's an interesting play. So we swap out. I love this play. I think we really needed to swap out there because we still need this Mana Buzz to beat the Tropius. And by swapping here, we basically give up we basically just sacrifice one of the Pokemon that we have in the back that is double weak to Tropius. Because Lucario and Castform, they don't have great matchup against the Tropius, so we might as well sacrifice one of them and preserve the Mana Buzz. And then here we're gonna go for double Weather Ball. They're no shielding anything, and then they come back in with Tropius. They're gonna probably farm up quite a bit of energy, and now they're gonna take out this Castform. But I think we're still looking to be a good spot. We might come in with Lucario right here. I don't think it matters that much, but I think Lucario might be a little bit better. Yep, Sinix does come in with Lucario because we just need to grab a shield or go for straight fast move pressure, force opponent to dump all their energy. Basically, they can't farm us down. And also, I don't think one move will take out this Lucario, even if it's Aero Ace. It's a terrible move. It hits for neutral, and then we can just stay in here and counter down this Tropius. We're actually gonna get a shield with this Power Punch. Or opponent might just accept the fate, and okay, that's fine. We have a move stored in the back with the Mana Buzz, and this should be game over. Very well played. I love saving the Mana Buzz in the back. This should be a Leaf Blade, which does not KO this Mana Buzz at this point. Okay, that's actually super close. I actually didn't think the Leaf Blade would do that much damage. But yeah, still, wasn't even close. 1 HP and a dream. Very well played with the energy management and able to come back from a terrible lead. Alright, next up, again, a terrible lead against Victreebel. What do we do here? We save swap into Lucario. How do we play this? We go for straight Power Punch just to buff up this Lucario, I assume. Opponent obviously doesn't shield. Coming with the Mowile. Alright, that is very interesting. This Mowile is going to take a ton of damage from these counters, and they end up shielding a Power Punch. Oh my god. I I don't know if that's a good shield by the opponent, but that's definitely a great thing to have happened for Sinix, because getting a shield there is absolutely huge, and we basically baited out a pretty decent counter to the Mana Buzz as well, right? So this is looking pretty decent. We had a Weather Ball build up right here to throw against this Victory Bell, and Victory Bell is really low at this point, and it can't really do anything against the Mana Buzz. They're gonna go for a move right here. There's a case to be made here to shield, honestly, if it's a Leaf Blade, because it still does a decent amount of damage. And then they have a Cast Form in the back. I guess saving the shields will be better for Thunder, but I believe the Leaf Blade, even though it's double resisted, will still do more damage than a Weather Ball from this opponent Rainy Cast Form. Just because Shadow Victory Bell does so much damage. But at this point, this game should be a wrap because Mana Buzz is absolute beast. It has 2 shields. It spams so quickly with the Snarl energy generation. It's able to pump out these foul plays. That was 3 foul plays within the span of like 10 seconds. See a little bit of lag. I think opponent probably left the game, honestly. Let's see. Yep, Sinix recognizes opponent left the game. So Sinix decides to swap into Rainy Cast Form and then basically just water down all the way. Very well played. Very well played by Sinix. Alright, next up we have Cast Form versus Beedrill. This appears to be a okay matchup in my opinion, because you get to the Weather Ball pretty fast. I believe around the same time they get to the Drill Run. And then, let's see. So they farm quite a bit. That was 9 Poison Jab. They definitely have enough for Drill Run. Let's see if they go for that. They actually go for X-Scissor Bait. And then can we get to a move before they farm us down? We definitely could, because 1 more Poison Jab would have taken out this Rainy Cast Form, and then we'll get to another move. So, pretty good situation overall. And then they come in with the Dewgong. We have a perfect answer to this Dewgong, and we can start going for Power Punch right away to start buffing this Lucario, and then basically we can just counter down the rest of the way. Do we decide to shield an Icy Wind? It's resisted. We don't shield the Icy Wind, that's fine. And then the debuff basically gets counteracted by the Power Punch buff. And Lucario is basically back to normal energy. And now we're coming with Lucario here. They come in with Beedrill. We have a Shadow Ball. Go for it right away. And then they have another Water type Pokemon in the back. There's a lot of double Water team. I don't know if you guys have noticed. But yeah, we're going to go for this Power Punch. They still have a shield remaining. Shielded a Power Punch. Oh god. I don't think it matters that much because if they no shielded, then they're basically in 1 foul play range, right? The fact that they shielded means that we have to throw 2 foul plays to take out this Rainy Cast Form. Actually, I don't think the shield. I don't think that would be the case. So I think opponent definitely shouldn't have shielded because it's 2 foul plays regardless if they shielded the Power Punch damage. And by no shielding the Power Punch, maybe they could have gotten another chance, but who knows. Still a very well played game by Sinix. A little bit slight misplay on the opponent's side, but overall, very nice game. Very nice game. Let's see. Jellicent matchup. They outpace us to the Shadow Ball, but Shadow Ball does not KO. And I believe Thunder will be close to KOing this Jellicent with the Water Gun damage. But we'll have to see. We go for Thunder. It gets shielded. We have 2 okay Pokemon against the Jellicent in the back. It looks like we win the 0 shields because we're able to survive the Shadow Ball. And then they go for the Shadow Ball. We'll shield this one. So it looks like we win the 1 shield matchup as well. Because Thunder will take out this Jellicent at this point. Let's see. We get another shield. There's a case to be made to swap here because we don't enjoy getting farmed down here. We go for this Weather Ball to chip down a little bit, and then we're just gonna come in with Mana Buzz to snarl all the way down. Obviously, everyone has different playstyle. I would have probably swapped out because I really don't like getting farmed down. Opponent has Bubble Beam, which does pretty much no damage to this Mana Buzz. And then basically we can just snarl all the way down. And then we can swap to Lucario to clear the debuff. So it turned out to be a pretty good play, I think, in my opinion, that Sinix decided to stay in. Because basically we can farm a little bit more energy and then clear the debuff anyways. Let's see, opponent has a Mana Buzz. Oh, okay, that's really interesting. I'm pretty sure Lucario dominates this matchup, especially with the shield remaining, because basically we can just start pumping out these power punches, and then eventually our counters will do so much damage that this Mana Buzz can't really do much against this Lucario. And they come in with Frostlass. I love this over farm because we could we want to get as much advantage we could get, right? So I like that one extra counter over farm, and basically we can get to the power punch slightly faster. We should survive this aerial ace, no problem at all. And then we can go for another power punch, or Shadow Ball would do more damage here, but it doesn't really matter that much at this point because we can go for this power punch. We probably would even counter down before they get to another move. So yeah, very well played by Sinix, and he was able to get a 5-0 right here, I believe, and he ended up going to 30-61. So yeah, thank you so much, Sinix, for sending me the battles. I really enjoyed these Lucario gameplays. It seems to be a pretty cool Pokemon. I'm interested to see how it plays out against Diggersby. I think it loses to Diggersby, unfortunately, even though it's a fighting type Pokemon. But one interesting thing that Sinix told me about Lucario is that it actually beats Nidoqueen, and I think it's the only fighter that can actually handle Nidoqueen. Because if you bait or if you shield correctly, you could go for the Shadow Ball to one shot the Nidoqueen. So that's definitely one thing to note about this team if you guys want to try it out. Yeah, thank you again, Sinix, for sending these battles. I hope you guys enjoy the battles as well. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in my next video.